know.
Facts.
From back then and now, you got a favorite rapper, a favorite one back then, a favorite one now?
Back then, BG was my favorite rapper.
BG?
Yeah.
Okay.
Soulja Slim, of course, was my number one. BG took over. Now, BG gonna always be my favorite. Soulja Slim and BG gonna always be my favorite. I'm always show favoritism, but when I first come home, I liked it the Finesse 2 Time, that back end.
Yeah, Finesse be getting off.
And I liked it Lil Baby, that In a Minute. I fell in love with those two songs, yeah. But now, I mainly like slow jams, old school.
Right,
you know?
right. R&B?
Yeah, the R&B, the old school. But I would listen to young stuff, but you have to recommend it and tell me about it.
Right.
And then I'd be like, oh, okay. Because I kind of like try to stay out that lane. But by me jumping into the music, back into the music, I got to get back, speed up with time.
Right. I know you had to adjust to, the free world after doing it at that time, 23. Like, what, 23 in 10 months or something?
Big facts. Yeah. There you go. Yeah, you got them 10 months. Don't forget my 10.
Yeah. Can't forget the 10. What was, I guess, the biggest struggle coming home, like, getting adjusted to stuff? Like, what you had to get used to the most? The social media, the technology, the touch screens in the cars, like what?
The TV.
The TV?
I still had a TV to this day. I had bought a 32-inch TV from Walmart.
Smart TVs.
Yeah, man. When I left the street, it was 12 channels. Just change the channel. Yeah. So when I come home, bro, I got the TV, and I'm thinking it's gonna be simple. I got all these apps on it. I press it, tell me, put your information. I said, what the world is this? So I just would come home from work, bro, and just lay in the dark because I didn't know how to work the TV. So when I went on that one day plan, I saw YouTube. I pressed that, and I seen I could type stuff in. So that became my TV, watching videos and watching different old stories I had heard. But my thing always been this: if I don't know something, I'm going to ask for help. I wish someone had taught me about the cell phones because I had 3 different women to go on my phone. I didn't know how to lock the phone. I'm on some old goofy stuff, bro. I think back now, I would have my phone just laid up on a little thing right here, on the ringer on, so you can hear the text going off. Alert you. Yeah, because I ain't thinking about, you know what I'm saying? So it was like a year later or so, people tell me about put the code on the phone. But you about find time to tell me. But one thing I would say had brought me to reality that I really was home. I was riding from work. Like I used to work at 11 at night, get off 7 in the morning. So I was on the highway, and I had the GPS going, and that lady say something, I jumped, like, whoa.
Siri.
Yeah, because I was like, how in the world this phone gonna tell me where to go, how it's gonna get me? I said, what if I make a wrong turn? I did it on purpose, and it just, and go this way. I said, whoa, this stuff crazy. I remember going to Walmart.
They got them self-driving cars now.
Yeah, the Tesla.
Yeah, them Teslas drive itself.
Yeah, when I went, did the Vlad interview a few months back, I got in his, and man, that thing faster than Bugatti.
I don't know if I trust it on the highway, though.
Yeah.
You got to drive for other people.
Facts, man.
But yeah, after 23 years, I know it's a lot of adjusting you got to get used to.
But it's fun because here's the thing. You stand out of trouble.
Right.
For a man been going on that long time, if you take all this technology they got going on out here today, if you take your time to try to learn all that, before you know it, the day is going by. Before you know it, you're going to find yourself inside, out the way. You're away from all the bull crap. You just learning all, because it's so much stuff to learn, man.
It is true.
Oh, man, everything on the phone. Everything is on the cell phone. Download this, download that, go.
Everything tech now.
Yeah, everything is on the phone. But it's cool because I don't get frustrated. If I don't know how to do something, I ask them, hey, how you do this? Come show me, help me with this. When I first started my channel, I had downloaded StreamYard, and I had the people in my comments. Shout out to Veracity Exchange and Hankin TV. I always get them their props because they was like, OG, press this button, OG, press, because they was showing me as we went along, and I was very grateful for that because I didn't know. I just jumped on there. Bro, I didn't know the magnitude of social media. I didn't know this social media stuff go crazy like this, right? I jumped over there playing and just wilding and doing my thing, and they just started catching. I said, whoa, oh yeah, oh. Some people, OG, man, you're making somebody upgrade your phone. Because I used to take this phone right here, bro, and record. That's all I used to use with my cell phone. But I had an older one. I'm at 5G now. I had 4G at first. Now I got 5G.
Right.
But
Crazy on me.
yeah, they used to get on me about that. OG, your Wi-Fi mess. OG, you tripping? But it was fun. It wasn't frustrating for me.
Something new to you.
Yeah, man, it was something new. Or let me tell you the thing that freaked me out. Walmart, the self checkout.
Oh yeah.
I got my groceries, and there's 3 women standing at the end, and they laughing and talking. Then they looking at me. I'm looking at them. I'm like, all right, now, I'm ready to go. So I'm waiting. They looking. I'm like, when y'all gonna do y'all job? So they tell me like, oh no, that's self. I said, what you mean? Oh, I apologize. They let them know I just got a job. I don't know. So the lady come over and she come over and assist me. She helped me, but I was like, man, people gonna be stealing up. That's the first thing in my mind. You talk about self checkout, y'all tripping. I said, nah, get yourself together, boy. You tripping. But everything been fun for me, bro. I like I said, learning in social media, learning how to do stuff. It'd be fun. I don't get frustrated. I just have fun with it, man, because I'm learning new stuff. And I've been home this April. I've been home 2 years and 3 months. And still learning stuff, bro. I'm still learning stuff. Still, I'm enjoying. I'm happy to be free. And I'm just still enjoying it, bro. Just the learning. And anything I can see or whatever people teach me different, what's up? How I go? You know, I'm open to learn.
Just taking it all in.
Yeah, man.
That's where it's at already. But what made you come up with the idea of, I guess, appealing it or going to get that plea deal? Like out of 23 or 24 years, like, did you already have a plan? Or
you know good way I ain't do no appeal. You know I got out of jail. You touched the appeal.
Not the appeal, but you know the profit agreement. The profit agreement.
Okay, here's the thing. When I first went to the Fed, like, guys be checking people's paperwork, right?
Yeah.
I was never one on one because I used to always tell people never say never. So I would see, it was one guy, he had life plus 45 years. And a few months later, they shipping him out. Wait, we going to the low, he dropped his points. You know, what happened? So I started learning the game, how people, like when you first get locked up, you got what you call 5K1, where you cooperate with the government, they cut your time at this court sentencing hearing. Then you had this thing that's called Rule 35, is while you're doing your bid, you could be locked up 10, 15, 20 years. And if you got information, or your people on the street got information, they got what we call Rule 35, you can come and get your time cut. So I used to be sit back, and I'm listening, got my ears to the streets, and all these dudes cooperate with the government, going home, not getting killed. Some of them throwing parties for them. Well, that's my homie, he ain't telling on us, we don't care, we rocking with him. And they got these foreign guns, and daring you to come play with them. I'm like, what the world? So I'm studying stuff, right? But I had to be careful because cash money is all in my paperwork. So the government been wanting me to lie on cash money, that I invested in cash money, that I did all kind of crimes for cash money. There was a separate trial, and there was a separate trial for mine. I had a female co-defendant from Nashville, where we used to go rob drug dealers. They got caught up because my phone was tapped. So when they went to trial, a girl testified that I was a hitman for cash money, and that this other girl paid me to take a hit to hit her boyfriend, and I just kept the money. So when the government get all this type of information, so they want to talk with you bad. The way I always did it, I would hang at certain college campuses, so I was cool with a DA, with this white judge, female. Then I later got cool with this homicide detective. He wanted to retire and go and work for the DA officer. It was right on time for me. I said, look, man, I need to holler at you, man. I want to close some of these homicides. Because what happens is every time I file a motion in federal court, the prosecutor would, Your Honor, why would we reduce this sentence and release a person like this back on the street, and he don't want to apologize, don't want to tell us what happened with these other homicides that he was involved in. So I'm like, man, they tripping. So I finally hit my partner over at the state. He called me down on writ. I got immunity and told him about all the bodies with me doing this story the mosquito did. Okay, they write the letter from the state to the Fed saying, hey, he helped us close all these homicides. Some of the homicides, I had to talk to some of the victim family. Some of the victims, well, one of the dad asked me, but did my son suffer? So you could be just imagine you in the room, and you know what I'm saying? You don't know if a father asked you, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, I said, well, your son, and I let it be known, like your son did the same thing that happened to you. Your son was out deleting people as well.
Right.
You know, so, and a lot of, I would say to see a lot of, my mother was different, but a lot of parents know their child as their child. Not as the criminal, the step, or the gangster that we know him from. So they'd be hard. Baby, yeah. You're right, you know what I'm saying? So it'd be hard for them to believe that their child was an assassin as well, you know?
Right.
So some of the victims, not all, but some of them I had to talk to. You know, some of them I had to apologize to. That's just the format you got to go through.
That was part of the.
My plea, my deal for closing those homicides. And then they write the letter to the feds. See, a lot of people who got it misconstrued. First, they were saying, "Oh, he got out on for just telling on day." But no, I never said that. But when that started, I let it go because it took, and that's what got me with interviews, and it helped me because people say, "Bro, when Donald Trump came into office, I got out under the First Step Act." But because of the homicide that was filed, because it was called extraordinary and compelling circumstance, saying when I first got locked up, we was bound by the guidelines. It was mandatory. That's why I had to have the life in the 20 years. It was mandatory. So now when they made the guidelines in '08 advisory, now when people, they didn't make it retroactive. So when people coming in the federal system now, the stuff they was doing was like, I got enhanced for 2 murders. I was never charged or indicted for these murders. Never had a chance to go to trial or nothing. The guy wore a wire on my co-defendant in jail. My co-defendant implicated my name in it. And the judge said, because I'm the leader of the case, you get life. So it's like, hold up, man, y'all violate my amendments, right? So anyway, by me closing the homicides now and me filing a motion, my co-defendant, like, they came with a 2-level reduction in November 14. They made it retroactive November, 2014, November. They made it retroactive 2015. Well, if you had drugs, they give you 2 levels. They reduce your sentence as long as you were staying out of trouble, certificates, you got all that. So they wouldn't give it to me because I had the 848, which is a continuing criminal enterprise.
A kingpin charge.
Right, you know what I'm saying? And I had less drugs, and my statute started at level 38. But my drugs, my heroin I had was like 3 to 5 years because I don't have a bad jacket. I always went to jail for murder in the state. I only have 1 attempt murder, what they drop it to aggravated battery. So the feds couldn't use no state priors or nothing to enhance my sentence. I don't have a lot of convictions.
Through the state.
Right. You know what I'm saying? That's how the feds used to hit us. We would take our state stuff and give us points and slide us over here, and because you did all this and bump you here, all that goofy stuff. So now they didn't stop doing that, but back then we was hit. So I had the life and I had the 20. So when that came out with Donald Trump, when he filed for that, when he signed for the First Step Act, now all of us that was locked up a long time, like my co-defendant, he was able to get the 2-level reduction. If you, everything I'm saying is public records, just look my case up. But the judge told my co-defendant, he said, if you got the right nickname. He called his nickname, right? I don't want to say it right now, but I'm going to say it's Blabber. He said, if you, Mr. Dye, got the right nickname, Blabber. He said, I believe you orchestrated the murder. I believe they were your guns. But he gave my co-defendant 40 years. And when it got overturned, he took 80 months off his sentence and gave him 33 years. So if you tell my co-defendant in court, while we at court together, that you believe he orchestrated the murder, the gun was his, but you reduce his sentence, then when I come back 2 years later, because I don't want to give up the murders that I wind up giving up later, you give me life again. He just took the 20, ran with my life sentence, and say, I understand I got a discretion to do so, but with that, I'm going to give you life again. So like, what's going on? And you give my co-defendant, all these people breaks, but you being hard on me. It's because guys that come before me that will sit down with the federal government and FBI agents, and they write down stuff. They write it down, and they just hold it. So when you come up, they know, okay, we heard you do this, we heard this. Some stuff they believe, some stuff they don't. They sit on it, yeah, man. So it was hard on me. So when I bust that move in the state, it caused a lot of riffraff because my people was like, yeah, none of us in jail. True, none of us didn't get time, but you made the rules. Don't sit down with the law enforcement. So that's why I wasn't mad when they denounced me. I'm free. I asked the law for 2 things. Free me while I'm alive and healthy, and give me a chance to get home while my mother's still alive. I could take care of her. So anything else is a blessing, extra for me. So I don't cry or whine. Then I'm too old to be running around with a bunch of men and jumping on. Now I want to ride on a jet. Don't get that twist. But I'm too old to be trying to be a groupie.
Right.
You know what I'm saying, man? I got children. I got a son that's in the Fed for the same thing. History repeating itself. So I got grandchildren now, you know. So I need to be setting my own foundation, you know, with my own money. But yeah, that's why I said you would never hear me in no interview bashing Birdman or Slim. because they took care of me when I was in the Fed when I really needed them.
Looked out.
Yeah, when I'm on the street, long as they print money, I'm gonna get me some money. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not where I want to be, but I don't want for nothing. You know, so, but I'm happy. I love them. They helped me out a lot when I really, really needed them in prison. Because anybody been in prison and know, boy, when you go to jail, people turn their back. Them dudes rolled my whole bid for me, bro.
That's when you see who real.
Facts.
Fuck with you.
Yeah, they held it down my whole bid. Yeah.
Yeah, I was on Birdman. It's rumored he was like a millionaire. What, 14 or something?
No, that was cap, man. I think it was 15 or it was 16.
I mean, yeah, teenage.
Yeah, it was 16. Yeah, but that they try to drop it, make it look now you
right,
14
make it
years
look
old.
better.
Yeah, man. It was
Enjoying this thing though.
Yeah, they was getting money. Yeah, that was a fact. Yeah.
When Cash Money was taking off early 2000s, with 1999. What was you doing in the backstory of that?
In the Fed with my shank, making sure I stay alive. Bro, let me tell you what's crazy. I got locked up March 6, 1998.
98.
They got the deal in March of 98. You know, a few weeks later when I got busted, they got the deal. You know what I'm saying? So I was never home for none of the stunting and shining and having the ball.
Right.
I missed all that. But the thing was, we got BET. So every time I seen them on BET doing a video or a song come out, I was happy because I was like, as long as I hear them dropping music and keep something going, I know I'm going to the commissary.
Right.
I know I'm gonna be able to take care of my children. I'm gonna be penitentiary rich, and that's what it was.
Okay, they kept you straight.
Yeah.
While you was in there.
Brothers, they had it where I called their accountant and they said, hey, I need 15,000 or I need 5,000, 20,000, and she just sent it to me.
If you needed it,
Yeah, she took care of me. Yeah, that's a fact.